What's up, guys? So today we're looking at a little bit of a throwback knife from the 90s. This one is the Spyderco Matriarch, all right, specifically the SP12PBN. This is a knife that I already sold and just kind of dug into the collection a little bit, needed some money for something, and that's what I do occasionally. You know, I do a ton of trading, but once in a blue moon, I'll actually just outright sell a knife to raise some money, either to fund, you know, a specific piece of gear or a knife that I really want, I just can't find in a trade, or maybe pay a bill or do something else. But need to raise a couple bucks real quick and give a good deal to someone who is interested in this knife. I happen to have one. They were looking for one and it worked out. But before I pack it up in a box and ship it off, I wanted to talk about it just in case you've never seen this before. Very cool, very interesting knife from Spyderco. Right, you can see that S curved blade, or reverse S. Very similar to like the Civilian that people are familiar with. They did, you know, come back with this knife at some point, the Matriarch 2, which had a whole different feel and look and everything. But you can see the old school pocket clip on here. This one obviously had brown scales. Just really comfortable in the hand, very lightweight as well, and just a wicked edge. So here's a closer look at that blade. Definitely unique. Very different. Not only will this be really cool for a self-defense blade and extremely effective, of course you can use this in reverse grip as a Karambit style blade, but as far as practical uses, this would make a fantastic linoleum knife. So if you happen to deal in linoleum, you'll know what I'm talking about, or you know, cut linoleum for a living. But yeah, pretty cool. So I wanted to kind of show that to you for the people who are maybe newer to the knife scene, or maybe you've been around a while but just never saw this one. I do have a little thing here I wanted to read about it. All right, I'm gonna read this word for word because it tells the story of it. So it says, the female leader of a herd of elephants is called a matriarch. The Spyderco Matriarch came out in the 1990s after a South African distributor requested a lightweight folder similar to the Spyderco Civilian. He wanted the attributes of the Civilian with its tremendous cutting effort, but a smaller size and thicker at the tip of the blade for general use. We made him the Matriarch, which eventually was discontinued, but being revived for a limited time during the summer of 2010 as a sprint run. The Matriarch handle is cocoa brown, features the Volcano Grip FRN handle to ensure solid grip performance while cutting. Shaped like a backwards S and full at the belly, the VG10 blade is available with a Spyderco edge or plain edge. So they did do a you know, serrated version of this knife as well. With the curving thick tip, both edge configurations are highly effective when cutting using just the tip or when using a full arm motion. A left-right hand clip affixes the folder to carry tip up in the pocket. The Matriarch is a highly refined and coveted design we believe will offer years of serviceable use. And some quick specs, the blade length is 3 5/8 inches and the blade is also 1/8 inches thick. The overall length is 8 15/16 of an inch, so just a hair under 9 inches long. Close, it's 4 7/8 inches. It's VG10, of course, and it weighs 2.6 ounces, made in Seiki City, Japan. So just wanted to throw this one out there, just as kind of like a reference. You know, if you happen to hear Matriarch or see this similar knife, maybe you can, you know, refer to this video for some information. Don't know the original price on this one. So again, the secondary market is just whatever people want for them, really. I haven't seen one for sale in a long time. They're not like, you know, the most rare knife in the world. I'm sure if you were really looking for one, you can find one. And you know, this person happened to find one because people like me, I just have them sitting around. This was in the collection for a few years. Just really liked it. I have a very small collection of maybe a dozen or less, like old school Spydercos, you know, original Delicas, first gen Delicas, Enduras, things like that. A couple oddball things, you know, here and there. But yeah, I just thought this was really neat. Again, just broke it out of the collection. Someone's interested, made the sale to raise a little bit of money. But I wanted to share this with everyone, just like I said, in case you've never seen it before. This is an old school Spyderco. If you do like the blade shape, again, the Civilian is a more widely available knife from Spyderco. And of course, there's been other alterations to this style blade on other knives, like of course the Spyderco Dodo, which is one of my favorites because it's so weird, but also very hard to get now and expensive. But that's basically like a squished version of this blade profile. But it's just super cool and wicked effective at slashing, whether that is in defense or for some kind of utility reason, whatever you came up with. But anyway, that's it. Spyderco Matriarch, pretty cool piece of Spyderco history. So let me know down in the comment section if you guys happen to have this knife. Of course, its natural drawback is that very cool tip can also be fragile, even though this one was beefed up, you know, compared to the civilian. If you were using this day in and day out as a regular EDC knife, depending on what you're doing, if you're a little bit rough on it, of course you could snap the tip. And when you do find these, you know, beat up places, that's usually what you see, a broken off tip, because people just use them like regular knives and don't realize that the front end there is obviously a little bit more fragile, coming to such an acute point on this very extreme angle here, okay? So as you're cutting into things, if you hit something hard, you know, there's a lot more pressure, you're just more likely to snap a tip like this, as opposed to if this grind just came up and it was a lot wider, you know? So, you know, it's natural con, but it's pretty cool, I have to say. It's just definitely really different. Blade shapes like this, either people absolutely love them, or they look at them and think they are stupid and ugly. So let me know down in the comment section as well if you're thinking that's cool looking, or if you're thinking that's stupid and ugly. I happen to think it's really cool. I like unique blades. It's very, very aggressive looking. And like I said, I just know how effective that would be. God forbid you ever had to actually use it in self-defense. But anyway, that is it for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.